It's still strange to me how many Americans don't understand how this game is played when it comes to making laws. Whenever you make a law, you create a business, right? Usually the business is somehow getting around that law, legally or otherwise, doesn't really matter. But you create a business as a result of that. Do you understand? So every time there's a ban of something, someone makes money off of that. And I'm surprised at the number of Americans who still, despite my best efforts and the efforts of many others, don't understand this. And it's really kind of annoying because these are the same people that constantly cry for more and more laws. It's sort of like the meme. Everything that I don't like should be illegal, and anything that I do like should be subsidized, and somebody else should pay for it. Like, this level of entitlement is like boomer-esque. I mean, like, it's just, I can't think of something more entitled than a mentality like that of so many people in this country. So, and there's been two of them actually now. The one was, I guess, up in Massachusetts or Taxachusetts, where I guess they banned vaping or something like that. And so this woman posts this video, or this little story about her going out of business because she had spent a lot of time building up her business and so on. And a bunch of people are, of course, happy she's going out of business. Like, you guys really don't understand that, like, well, we need to get rid of the businesses, that way no one will vape. Like, that's not how that works. If that's how that worked, then why would there be a war on drugs? Yeah, that's not how any of that works. I mean, like, I hate to say it this way, but if Americans are that fucking stupid, you probably deserve to lose your country at this point. And I don't use the word deserve lightly because I try not to use that word very often, but like, this is the kind of crap that I see, and it's consistent. The other one was the corn thing down in Florida, and I guess other states, they're like doing these corn bans, and it's like, all you did was make a bunch of money for VPNs. People who own VPNs. This is a very old tactic. Oh, look, let's ban something. Good, it's gone. I don't like that. So, okay, that's fine. It doesn't matter whether you like something or not, or whether I agree or disagree with what somebody's doing. All you did was make more money for somebody else. That's all you did. You just made somebody else rich. I mean, I wonder what politician's brother-in-law owns stock in several different VPNs, right? I mean, like, this is just how this stuff works. And the more laws you create, the worse you're actually making everything. That's why everything's illegal. That's why there's just an unknown amount of laws. I mean, you guys are like revamping the old Hammurabi idea, where it's like, just make a law for every aspect of human existence, and like, that's not going to be any fun. And eventually it's going to come to a head. And when it finally does break, I mean, a bunch of you are going to be, I mean, frankly, I mean, I don't know, no nice way to say it. A lot of you are going to be hunted, out of your country, and probably rightly so at this point. I mean, if you're going to keep doing this kind of stuff, I just can't believe how I shouldn't say that. I can believe it at this point. I mean, like, you guys, everybody keeps going to these school systems, and you send your kids to these school systems, and I'm talking to largely conservatives with this one. I mean, I'm harder on conservatives than I am on probably anybody. Conservatives and libertarians, get really no respect from me, because I hear the crap that comes pouring out of your stupid mouths, and then you do haul off and do the exact opposite. I mean, like, you're the ultimate in hypocrites. I can accept that from the left. Most of the left are a bunch of morons, but you guys pretend to be smart. How the hell am I supposed to have any respect for that? How does anybody have respect for that? So, I mean, like, this is the kind of crap that we all see. Oh, go to school, get good grades, and you have to get good grades, and if you don't get good grades, I'm going to ground you, says the conservative douchebag. And yet the same conservative douchebag complains about the state of the schools. In other words, you're telling your kids that out of one side that everything is really horrible and everything they're teaching the kids is wrong, but you want your kids to excel in that madness. I've already covered that a couple of times, but it's like, dude, think about that for just a second here. I mean, kids don't do well with ambivalence, right? Like, you understand that. And when you do that enough, kids lose all respect for you because you're no longer a respectable person. You're right up there with cops and military and politicians, and like you're not respectable people because you do the opposite of what you say. Right? It's hypocrisy. It's the same thing that that Christ talked about. It's fucking hypocrisy. And I mean, it's one of the reasons why like Christianity is. I mean, let me pick on Christians for a second here, or actually people espousing the religion of Christianity, not the stuff that Christ talked about, not that stuff. That's easy stuff. That's like be nice to people, be excellent to each other, party on dudes. Yeah, that's pretty easy to do that one. Okay, it's all the rest of the crazy ass dogma that you guys push that is really getting on a lot of people's nerves, and it's why you're losing a lot of respect. And it's why, and it's just going to get worse as time goes on, because the more laws and restrictions and bullshit that you keep pushing for, right, the more hypocritical you end up becoming. That's just how it is. Nowhere have I seen anywhere, I've never heard any preacher in my whole life say that, and then Jesus went to the mountain, and he stood on a rock, and he addressed the multitudes, and there was an awed hush that went over the crowd. And he said, truly, truly I say unto all of you, the multitudes, go forth and make millions of laws to force people to follow my teachings. I can't find that anywhere. That is not a thing. This is why you're losing respect. You're not worth following because you're shit leaders. And this applies to the conservatives. This applies to, this applies to a ton of people. And you're like, well, Axel, you're coming off all high. No. I'm just telling you the truth because everybody else is too afraid to tell you the truth. All right. It's why nobody will tell Elon Musk the truth. It's why nobody will tell fucking Trump the truth. Nobody fucking tell those people the truth. That's why nobody told Michael Jackson the truth. That's why nobody told Elvis Presley the truth. It's why nobody told Kellogg, what's his name, that fucking crazy man. Look him up. I talked about him before. Look up what's his name, Kellogg, the guy who had the insane asylums, who was convinced that, like, dude, the man was batshit crazy. Nobody told him the truth because I want the money. So you just take the money and shut up. Yeah, because you have no principles. You're not a respectable person. Fuck. There you go.